All right, you got Booker and Stryker, and that would be Billie Eilish.
Yes, Billie
Hello.
Eilish.
Hi, guys.
Okay, Booker and I share the same brain. We've listened to the album twice in full next to each other.
My
I would punch him in the arm as every song was going because we were so excited. So why did you decide to release all 10 songs at once and not like tease everyone with a song here and there?
Sure. I just like hate when it's taken out of context, and I feel like every time I've put a single out, it doesn't do what I want it to do. Like it just without the family like surrounding it, it just feels wrong and weird. And I feel like as a listener, I feel the same. I like fall victim to that as a fan. Like people put out a single, and I'm kind of like, oh, okay. And then they put the album out, and I'm like, okay, this makes much more sense. Like I get it now.
Right.
And I think that I don't know. I really like when I get to listen to an album and all of the music is new. I don't want to like press play and then like the third song is something I've heard and then the sixth song is something I've heard. It's like feels like a new album, but really it's like 5 new songs, you know. So it just like it's like one whole piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you start with the first song, Skinny, it completely sets up the album perfectly. So it
Thanks.
begs the question, did you write that first and did everything kind of go in order after that, or did it need that?
Good question. Well, we had like pieces of stuff, but no, funnily enough, that's like the first song that I think that we wrote in full. Like we had ideas of stuff, and we had like a verse of Chihiro and the chorus of Lunch, and like a verse of Bittersweet, but nothing was real, and it didn't feel like we didn't even know what we were gonna use. And then we wrote all of Skinny, and that was like the first full song that we wrote. So it was like as soon as we wrote it, we were like, oh, this is the opening track, and then
If it's okay, I want to geek out musically about the album and ask a couple back
Please.
questions.
please, I love this.
Where did you and Hmhas record this album?
We recorded the album in Phineas's studio, which is in his basement at his house, and it was basically me and him both sitting up at the desk. And I don't use a booth ever. And actually, we wrote basically the entire album with handheld mics like this, like a handheld mic, basically like this, sitting in the room in the back of the, on the couch, just like kind of doing this. And that's how we wrote like everything, which was amazing. And actually Chihiro was recorded on that, which is really cool because the way that we record that is just like in the room with like the live audio. So the speakers are feeding back what you're hearing. So you can kind of hear it in the background. So like when I play the isolated vocals of Chihiro, you can hear the whole beat because I was just singing it in the room. But yeah, so we did that. And then also Hmhas, I do all my own vocals, and I have for years. But on this album, I was doing like some production stuff and all the engineering for myself. And